Hey, it is a whole new world when you are transitioning from relaxers or chemically treated hair and you're going into the natural thing. And there's so many rules, terms to learn about, such as, paraben free, sulfate free, silicone free, porous versus non-porous hair. There's just so much to it. And today I wanted to share with you three things to do when you're ready to transition to wear your hair natural. And by me switching styles and figuring out what I wanted to do with my hair, I truly can attest that deciding if you want to be natural or not, or how you want to wear your hair, it is definitely a chore because w- it's just as much as effort to take care of your hair with chemicals in it, just as it is when you're wearing your hair naturally. So it's all going to boil down to your lifestyle and how much time you have to take care of your hair and what your preference is going to be. However, I don't want you to fall in the lines of comparison. And that's what really gets us every time, especially when you're natural and you're learning to identify and embrace your hair type because you have been taught for so long that your hair may not be beautiful. Every time you look on social media, there's different images and infomercials, and you have to have your hair straight and look a certain way. And so there's a lot of mixed messages. And so you're, as a woman especially, we identify ourselves by our hair and our identity. So I really thought this was a great topic to talk about. And before I continue, for those that don't know me, my name is Precious Rutlin. I'm a hair growth consultant, and I teach women of color how to heal and grow their hair using holistic remedies so that they can wear their hair proudly and not feel some type of way, but really just embrace who they are and really love on their hair no matter what style, whether they choose to wear it, but they fall in love with themselves again and take care of their hair, give it the TLC that it needs. And so today's quote is to never compare yourself to others, and you are unique and one of a kind. And I say that because as I work with women and we're doing consultations and we're talking, like I notice for various reasons that they're deciding to go natural and let their hair go. And some of the things that, women struggle with is deciding, is cutting your hair off, is that the right thing to do when it's thinning, or you're noticing the hair loss, or is it right to transition your hair from the chemical process, or are you losing it to a certain point to where it's just drastic and it just needs to come out? Like right now, maybe it was due to medical issues, or you may be struggling with, okay, deciding, well, how am I going to get through this? So if I have two different textures of hair, right? Because if you're transitioning out of the chemical relaxer, you're not deciding to do the big chop, as what they call it, then now you got to maintain two different types of hair. You got to maintain the straight hair, and then you got to maintain the natural hair, and make sure you keep both of them healthy till the natural hair can get to a certain length, and then you'll be able to cut off the processed hair that was relaxed. And so trying, different products, that's a whole nother issue, because now you have to figure out what creams, moisturizers to use, because when you go natural, especially if you're of African descent, you have that really tight, kinky, curly hair. it tends to shrink and it gets dry, it feels really tight. And so you want to keep your hair moisturized. And, so it's going to be a lot of trial and error trying to figure out what works best for you. So it's not crunchy, as one of my clients had mentioned it. So with that said, here are 3 things that you can do when you're going to transition. And one is being to determine what is your hair goal. Are you deciding to go natural because this is something that you truly want to do? Or is you're deciding to go natural because you're happy to do it because there's been so much damage to your hair, there's excessive breaking and shedding, and you're just ready to cut it off and wear a little haircut? You're trying to find a way to camouflage your hair. So you want to definitely think about that as far as how you want to transition. Transition is all about, planning. So if you plan how you're going to do it and then follow that plan, you have much success with your whole transition overall. So that's going to be my first suggestion for you, is to determine, what is your hair goal. Then number 2, what you want to do if you're already wearing like your weaves and extensions, wigs, what you want to do is to gradually stop wearing your wigs, and you want to wear your natural hair. So you want to start getting used to wearing different styles, seeing what works for you, what products, what work for you to help you maintain that style, or should I say tame that style. So that's going to be something else for you to decide. And what I always suggest to clients, even when I used to be behind the chair and they were making this decision, I will always say, well, don't just start randomly trying different styles. What you want to do is like find pictures of styles that you like and then bring them in and talk about them to make sure that this would be the best style for your hair, given the health of your hair. Maybe your hair may be too thin, maybe less dense, it may not be as full to hold some of these natural styles. And you don't want to risk putting your hair in a style where it's going to put more, how do I say it, more traction, more pressure on your hair and stressing out that hair follicle. Then it's weakening the hair follicle. Then you're in that cycle where it's breaking off your hair. So you definitely want to do things that's going to help to keep your hair in its best health. And so that's why I say you want to plan ahead and start, testing out styles that are going to work for you. And then you can maintain it. Because again, as I mentioned earlier, for me, it was about time. How much time did I want to spend, doing my hair, my daily routine. I'm, married, got kids. Nobody has time for that because, you got to be able to get up and go. So that's definitely something else that you want to consider as well. So first we said to determine what is your hair goal. So that's number 1. And then number 2, you want to gradually stop wearing your wigs and weaves and start working in some of those natural styles to see what's going to work for you and fit how you live your lifestyle, because ultimately this is something that you want to keep up. You want to keep your hair healthy, and so you want to do the things that are going to be best for it. And then number 3, you want to get the proper supplies and hair products that you're going to need to take care of your hair in this transition. So as I mentioned earlier, there's so many products on the market for natural hair. And what I don't want you to do is to fall into the trap, or not necessarily a trap, but like the habit of, just getting different products to be getting because your friend may have them and those products work really great for her hair, but then when you get them, they don't work as well for your hair. So now you end up becoming one of those hoarders of products, and then you will have the hair products underneath your cabinet, in the linen closet, underneath the sink. Then you may have to start giving some stuff away to your friends, or giving that stuff out because it just didn't work for your hair. So that's another thing to do, is start to research the products that you're going to need to maintain those styles. Or if you just really curious about a product, see if they have like samples of it, and then you can try it first before like buying these full bottles to see how your hair is going to respond to it in this natural state. And then you can begin to see what ingredients are in the products, what does your hair like, what it doesn't. And so those are my 3 tips for you when you're going to transition and wear your hair natural. And I want to share just a quick story with you. So one of my clients, that's actually how she ended up coming to me. She was one of the women. She's an executive assistant, so she's always in the forefront and going to a lot of meetings, just being busy. And so she was always on the go, but she wanted to just transition and wear her natural hair. Like, she just really got tired of hiding herself, as she put it, as far as wearing her wigs. And she really just wanted to embrace herself and her natural hair, because back in the day, before she went to relaxers or started getting all the styles because she wanted to maintain a certain image, she explained to me that her hair was thick and full. But as time progressed, she's trying different styles. Those styles are wearing, pulling and tugging, getting the tight weaves, going to different stylists. So you know how that stuff goes. And then before you know it, you start losing hair, whether it become from, self-induced, or, too many curling irons, or if it's, medically related. But over time, that hair starts to come out, to thin out. And so we worked together and we got her on a hair plan, a consistent regimen, and we were able to switch her over as far as, transitioning to natural, and she's really loving it. Her hair is coming in full, and she's able to braid it down. Like, she doesn't have to add any hair to her hair, and it's really thickening up. And she's just very pleased with the results that she's seeing right now. Prior to when she was wearing the wigs for so long, over that period of time, like, her hairline had begun to thin out, so her edges were gone. They were practically smooth. But now, since she's transitioned out of those wigs and those styles, again, we've been working together, so now she's seeing the results. She's starting to see the little peach fuzz come back in. And so it's just exciting just to see that transformation, see her body healing from the inside out. And it's all because, we planned, we talked out, her hair goals. I've been with her every step of the way, and it's just good that she's, seeing the results. And so you can have the same results as she. And one of the things that we did with that she was able to get those results, is that she used is my hair planner. And so I taught her, how to track, the products, things that she's using. And so based on, what her body needs and getting her in a regimen, the hair planner has definitely helped her do that. She's got, her daily affirmations and a whole bunch of other stuff that I've put together for her. And so if that is something that you want more details about, and something that interests you, and you're ready to commit to your hair goals and really get on your health pick and to really get this healthy hair, then I'm going to invite you to DM me the word hair planner, so we can send you the link so you can get more information and purchase it. Okay, this is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. You take care and have a great day.